Welcome to Kawasaki Superteen, episode 3. We're here at Donington Park today and we'll also be visiting Loughborough University to meet 3 more riders ahead of the season and find out how they prepare both bike and body.
My name is Chloe Jones and I'm from Daventry.
Brodie Gore from Australia, Victoria.
Henry Snell from Bowen, North Queensland. Yeah, it's good we learn off each other. We've been the same team ever since OJC, like we've been mates and just stuck together for the whole way.
Yeah, it's always been good that we've been able to come in after a session, check each other's lap times, our splits and compare who's faster here.
I raced in the Junior Supersport last year on a Ninja 400. I've seen a few people out on the 400s and they look fast. Obviously today with my teammates, they look pretty fast as well. Obviously I've only done a couple of sessions on it and so far I love it and I'm really enjoying it and getting to grips with it, and it's a really good bike and I'm learning every lap really.
We've just kind of been getting out there, learning the track, getting used to the weather, and yeah, mainly just getting used to the bike, the team, meeting everyone.
And obviously we found good gearing settings as well. As we're getting faster throughout the day, we're just trying to figure out what gear we want to run for the racing.
The 400 from last year is completely different from this year, and to be fair, it's a lot faster and a lot more grunty as well, out the corners. It feels really nice actually and smooth to ride.
After talking to a few of the lads that have been over here, for us it was a pretty easy step for us to make, and we sort of wanted to keep them together too. Unreal
teammate. It's sort of like having a brother at the track. It's good as, even though we fight and muck around, but it's never serious. But yeah, he's a good bloke to have there. And also the bike. The bike was so impressive when it was released. The rules and regulations of BSB racing, how controlled it is. We thought this is it. Told us about the tracks and the weather's obviously a bit every now and then, but he said it's good. It's unreal racing over here. The paddock's good. Everyone's nice. So yeah, he's a good fella.
Because we've never met him before, we were meeting him. He's just giving us a few pointers here and there.
Obviously I was quite young, so I moved away from home, so first time living away from mum and dad. So you got to learn the ropes of fending for yourself a little bit. Probably the biggest thing is just learning the new circuit. UK is a bit renowned for a bit of rain and a bit of cold, so a lot different to what we had racing in Australia. It takes time and it takes a bit of perseverance to get used to it all. But yeah, the hardest thing for me was moving away from home and then just getting used to the different weather, new circuits, different way of working. There's a lot of factors to take into account. Yeah, we're just trying to get to a ride day before every round, so we know where we're going around the track, not just rolling up blank-minded.
Well, me and my mechanic, we went to a track that we've never been to back home to try to get that experience and all that out of the way. So we went up to a South Australian round, which is a fair drive for me back home. But yeah, new track, and so I did well there on the new track, learning and racing in one day. So hopefully that prepares me to come over here and race on a track that I've never ridden before. You're going to be racing against guys that have grown up on these circuits. They're still living in their home environment, so it's normal for them, whereas you're going to be out of your comfort zone a little bit. So you have to give it a little bit of time. You have to stick with it. Don't get despondent if it's not happening straight away, because you have to give yourself some time. If you hang in there and you've got the minerals, you'll make it. There's a bit of pressure to do well, obviously, because we came all this way, so we don't want to come all this way and lose. So the goal is always to win. So yeah, we came over here to win.
Definitely going to miss the weather. Last year we had a full season of no wet racing, but the comp was really high in Oz, so I'm hoping it's going to be the same coming over here, that high intensity, lots of battles, passing up the front.
Yeah, racing here is going to be good, but the thing I'll miss from back home is family coming down to watching the races, because yeah, it's always a good thing having your family there supporting you, which is I really enjoyed back home, so it's going to be a bit different here, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah, I struggled a bit in Australia with just the mental side of things, just the pressure getting to me, so I ended up getting a sports psychologist, and we sort of just went through mental things to get me prepared before the racing and how to pretty much get my head in the zone so I wouldn't overreact if something didn't go my way or anything like that. So yeah, it's really good, but yeah, so I just have the same routine. Right boot put on first and right hand glove, and that's about it.
I don't have any previous. I don't even know which glove I put on. I just chuck everything on and then just hop on my bike. I'm always in a bit of a rush.
I'm quite boring. The only thing I have every time I do it, I always put my left boot on first. If I put my right boot on first, I'll take it off and walk out and then come back in.
So we've been at Donington Park finding out a little bit more about the final preparations being made to the ZX4RRs ahead of the season starting. And now today we've moved to Loughborough University to find out just what it takes fitness-wise to be able to compete in the British Superbike Championship.
So motorcycle racing is very physically demanding, so having a good level of fitness is really important, mainly in terms of obviously being able to handle the bike, and the fitter you are, the less that will take out of you and allow you to maintain concentration and focus during a race.
It's a bit surreal because I've seen all the pro athletes with all hooked up with oxygen mask and the heart rate test, and always wondered what it's for, but it's great to actually get it done and see where I can improve in my training and what it takes to be at the top.
So today we've had Brodie and Henry in to do a VO2 max test, so a bit of a check on where their fitness is at this stage in the season. So they did the fitness test on a bike. We had a face mask on so that all the air they breathe out is collected so we can analyse how much oxygen they're using. And they basically did a test that's sort of about 10 to 15 minutes in duration to see what their maximal aerobic capacity is.
Since I started going to the gym at the start of last year, I've felt the improvements on the overall on the race day. But yeah, throughout the weekend, mid-race, you can keep that high pace because you're not gassed out or anything.
So I never really did a lot of training, which was quite bad for the last couple of years. I've started to properly train now, and it just shows like massively like the difference training that I did. So before the last couple of rounds at BSB this year, I properly did some training and got a new coach.
When I first started like riding road bikes, I wasn't really training that much, and then when I started getting into it and started training, I found it a lot easier to do the full distance and to keep the same pace the whole race instead of gassing out and struggling to finish off in the last couple of laps.
Well done. Here at Loughborough University, as well as the physiology testing, we also offer a range of other support services. So we do help riders prepare across the range of their physical preparation. So as well as the physiology testing, they can access strength and conditioning support in the gym.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm a graduate S&C coach here at Loughborough University. We are currently in our performance gym. It's great to have the guys down here today from the Superteen series to do some of our MotoGP specific testing and gym related exercises to try and bolster their performance on the bike.
Yeah, it's great to do some more exercises that were really designed for motorcycle races and have a coach run us through exactly what it takes to be at the top.
Yeah, so it's really good doing some specific motorsports related exercise today, testing our maxes on the squat. And I'm not sure what was that?
The force frame is what we use to essentially measure max force values for hip abduction and adduction. These essentially relate to a biker's ability to stabilise themselves using their adductor strength on the bike, and gives us a nice value for athletes to assess where they're at and also potentially assess where they're at again when they come back and retest after a period of training. GHD supine hold is a trunk-based test that we use. It's a test of trunk endurance and essentially a test of how long the athlete can maintain force for and stabilise their trunk as they would on a bike for a long race. So we use the force decks to assess a double leg isometric squat. These give us values of athletes' lower body strength as a maximum value, but also as a relative value relative to their body weight.
I've never had any major injuries. I've had like little injuries here and there. Probably the biggest injury was on a skateboard back in the day. That's about it.
I crashed on the mini bikes and my foot's been playing up a little bit recently, but we've adapted to that and done some different training that I could do.
It's not about a period of we can't do anything, it's about modifying training and trying to get in. It's a good opportunity to try and maintain certain qualities, but also a really good opportunity to develop some other qualities that potentially would fall by the wayside or take a little bit of a back seat when an athlete is fully fit.
Being here at Loughborough today, I've seen a lot of female athletes and it's really nice to see, and hopefully we can get more females in the sport.
Normally train down at Affinity Sports Academy with Leon and all the people in that team.
You don't understand until you actually do it how much it generally does help, because you can go and sit on a bike for 10 minutes on a track and come back in and out of breath, but if you're putting the work in, it's so much more easier than you think.
Yeah, well, we're in the gym every day on the cycle bikes and light weights, high reps, and just keep it consistent, not too much pressure on your joints or overuse your muscles, because you want to be pretty fresh for race day.
Yeah, great to get all the final preparations done for the pre-season. Looking forward to Alton. Hope to see everyone there.
Yeah, it's great to get all the pre-season preparation done, and I'll see you at Alton Park.
That's all the preparation done now, and I can't wait to get back on the bike, so see you at Alton Park.